Hello and welcome to another week of Pick 3 DST, where I give you 3 defenses I like and 1 defense I'm fading for week 2 of the NFL season. I'm your host, Eric Samulski, and as a reminder, this is not my full DST rankings. If you want that, you can click the link in this video or go to RotoBaller.com where you get my full list of rankings. We're going to start right in with the defense I'm fading at cost. It's the Denver Broncos. Now, I have the Broncos in my top 10, but I have them at 9, and consensus right now, they're number 2. I wasn't overly impressed with the Broncos in their Monday night game against the Seahawks. They had 2 sacks, both from Bradley Chubb. They made Geno Smith look like a serviceable quarterback at times. And I actually think this Houston Texans team is pretty solid. I think Davis Mills is actually a better quarterback than Geno Smith. And there are some weapons with Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins. So I don't necessarily think that this is going to be a cakewalk for the Denver Broncos defense. Now, I don't think the Texans offense is going to put up massive totals, which is why I think the Broncos are a good floor play and certainly a top 10 option, but not an option I think will push your ceiling to give you that top 2 or 3 that consensus seems to have right now. My sleeper option for the week, I guess, is the New England Patriots. Right now, consensus has them 14th, and I have them up at 6th for the week. Now, I want to get this out. This is assuming that Najee Harris does not play for the Steelers. I know right now he says he's going to. He was in a boot after the game. People were saying high ankle sprain, so I'm not really optimistic Najee Harris is going to play. I don't see why the Steelers would risk arguably their best player playing not at 100% in the second week of the season. Even if Najee does play, he's going to be limited. So you're getting a limited Najee Harris or no Najee Harris against a pretty good Patriots defense. Their offense is terrible, but this Patriots defense is still solid. If there's limited Najee or no Najee, it's a lot on Mitchell Trubisky's plate, and I don't really love that as an option for him. Now let's go to my solid defense of the week. It's the Tampa Bay Bucks. Their consensus 9th, I have them ranked 7th this week. I was really impressed by the Bucks against the Cowboys early on, even before Dak Prescott left the game. The Bucks had 4 sacks and 7 tackles for a loss and were in the backfield pretty much all game long. I know that Dallas had some offensive line issues, but that does make me optimistic for the Bucks in weeks to come, especially considering the Saints allowed 4 sacks to the Falcons in week 1. And I do not think this Falcons defense possesses nearly the pass rush that the Bucks do. If the Bucks can get pressure on Jameis Winston, that's going to force Jameis into those old school Jameis throws. I think the Bucks can get some turnovers here in a game that I actually think they could dominate or win pretty handily against the Saints team who really kind of let us down in week 1. My stud defense of the week is the Los Angeles Rams. I see them ranked 6th or 7th in some places. I have them as my number 1 overall defense. They looked pretty poor against the Bills in Thursday Night Football, but not a lot of that was actually on the defense. They turned the Bills over 4 times. They sacked Josh Allen twice, but the Bills' offense is just really good. It's not at all the caliber of the offense they're going to get from the Falcons. I think the Rams are going to come out to make a statement after that game against the Bills. I think they're going to hound the Falcons. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Marcus Mariota. I don't think he has near the weapons to really hurt this Rams defense. I think Jalen Ramsey is coming for blood after being embarrassed by Stephon Diggs. So I think this Rams defense is going to bounce back in a big way against a pretty mediocre Falcons offense. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video to get it every single week as you go through your fantasy season, and to get all of our RotoBaller videos where we help you with waiver pickups, start sits, and everything else to bring you that fantasy football championship.